So far, we have created APIs for get and post method, but now in this session, we are working on an API for put method. Okay, now till now we have constructed, we have an express application, we have initialized the application, we listen the application in a particular port, and we handle the request. Also, we have constructed some static courses. Then with the help of an API, we are displaying all the courses available. We have also constructed an API for handling an individual resource or displaying an individual resource. And finally, we have constructed an API for creating new codes. But now we are going to design an API which help us to update the already available codes. So let's create. This is an API for handling post the put request and update codes. Okay, for that I'm going to use put method, and we are requesting to an API having the courses, and we are targeting an individual course with the parameter. Now handling the request and response. Okay, now first of all हमें उस कोर्स को टारगेट करना है जिसको हमें अपडेट करना है. So here we are finding the course whom we want to update. So this is the same code that we have used in the get API. So I'm just copy this code, okay, and put it here. Okay, now here we return the course if the course is not available for updation purpose. Now here I'm going to update the course. So we just update the course name. So course course dot name equals to request dot body dot name. So whatever the data available in the body part of the request, we are going to update. Now at the same time, we just respond back with the message that the course updated successfully. Okay, but now here I'm going to add some validation. Now whenever the user wants to update the data, maybe there will be a situation the data, the server, the user is not sent. Maybe the user send the blank data, or the user send the name of the course that is not an appropriate. So at that time we are going to validate the data that is sent by the user. So here I'm going to validate the data with a package called happy joy. Okay, so first of all we need to install that package. For that package we just take to you the website, and here we just find out package called @happy joy. Okay, so this is a package that are going to validate our body data. So we are going to use this command for installing the package. Here I'm just writing npm I @happy joy. Okay, this package is going to be installed. Yes, it is installed. You can see the package here in the package.json. Yes, the package has been installed. Now first of all, let me require this package. So here I'm just write @happy joy, and here we create a reference joy. Now let's move to the put part, put API, where we have to validate the data. So here I'm going to validate the body data. Okay, now first of all, let me create a schema. Schema is like a rules that are basically used to check whether the data sent by the user is correct or it is according to the rules or not. Okay, so I'm going to create a schema first, and we use joy dot object. This is an inbuilt function that will apply some rules on an object that is sent by the user. Okay, here I'm first targeting the attribute, that is a name attribute, because we are validating the name attribute. So here I'm specify the name, then we specify the rules. So the rules is saying that the data that is the name, it should be in the string first, then it should have minimum 3 characters, and it is a required field. So these are the some rules that I impose on this name attribute. That it is a string, it should be a string having a minimum character 3, and it is a required field. It means the user cannot send a data blank. Okay, so we have set the rules. Now we are applying the rules. So we use const, we create a reference called result. Okay, and here we are applying schema and validating the request.body. Okay, now here, if there will be no error, if the result is having some error, say some error in the initial, if there will be some error, we are responding with the status code that is 400. That is, it means the, the data is not a valid data, and we will also respond back with the error message. So we just write result dot error dot message. Okay, and at the same time we come back from the request. Okay, so here we are validating our data with the schema, and we are validating our data. If the data is not valid, it will just return back that the data is not valid with a proper error message. And after that, if the data is valid, then it will update the course name with the request body dot name, and we get a response that the course updated successfully. Okay, I'm going to save the code. Let me run our application. Okay, so it is already running. The server is started. Let me go to the application and find localhost. So the application is running. Let me take you to the Postman, because the Postman is the utility that will help us to perform some HTTP methods. So here initially we will check whether the data is available. So localhost courses send. Okay, see, these are the data which are available here. So I want to update this ID 3. Okay, and I'm going to change this codes. Okay, so we have to select the put method here, and I'm going to update the course number 3, and we have to pass the body. In the body, and we select raw, it will be a JSON data. Now initially, suppose I want to send the data, and maybe the user is not able to send the data, or maybe the user send only the blank data. See, here I'm not specifying any name attribute. So let me see, let me send this. Okay, so I'm sending the data. Now see, I'm getting a response, and this response is that the name is required. So here I'm trying to update the data with no name attribute, and at the same time I'm get this error message. So I'm validating our data. Okay, now let me check. Let me send a name attribute, and I'm sending. I want to update the data with jQuery. Okay, let me send the data. Now I want to update the data, but the name, the name of the course is not a proper way. Okay, see, this is JQ is not able to identify. See, I'm getting the error message again. Name length must be at least 3 characters long. Okay, so I'm also validating with the valid name, that the length of the name should be at least 3 characters. So let me now write jQuery. Let me write the name as jQuery. Okay, so now I think this attribute value is correct. Now let me send it. Okay, now see, I'm getting that response, course updated successfully. Okay, let me check. I'm taking to the get request, and the course number is 3, and see, now the course is updated. ID is 3, and now the name is changed from JavaScript to jQuery. Even though, let me see all the courses available. and you will see now instead of JavaScript we have a jQuery. So we have update our data with the update API that will be constructed with the put method, and at the same time we are validating our data that is sent by the user. Now let me do one thing. We can also put the same validation in the post method. So I'm just copying the data and put it into the post method. So here now if the user wants to send some data, if you user want to create some new codes, it should also validate, because the new codes, the codes name will be passing by the user. So again, for the post method we can also use the same code and we can validate the data that is sent by the user. Now let me check, let me create a new codes. So here I'm going to post the data, and I'm going to post the new data. So let me go to the body part. In the JSON part I'm going to create new. So I'm creating express server, express server, so ES. So I'm going to send the data. Now see, again for the post method, for creating the new codes, again I'm validating the data. See, name length must be at least 3 characters. Again, I'm not specifying the name attribute, still it gives me a validation, name is required. So now the post method, new course API also validating the data. Okay, now I'm writing express over. Okay, see, new course updated successfully. Let me go to the get and send. Now see the express. So new course will also validate. Now the data at the time of creating the new course is also validating. Okay, so that is about the about the RESTful API for updating the already available codes, and at the same time we are validating the user data with the joy module. Okay, now the next API I'm going to discuss is to delete the resource. Okay, maybe user is inserted to delete the resource that is already available. So he can create an API that will delete the data. Okay, so let me write course. I'm going to create an API for handling the delete request, and it will delete the codes, available codes. Okay. Now, so I'm going to write app dot delete. Now, delete is a method for HTTP method for deleting the resource. So again, I'm going to first create the route for the API. So that is API slash courses slash the individual ID, the individual course you want to delete. Okay, here I'm also writing request dot response objects for handling request and response. Now here I have to delete the resource. So first of all, I want to check whether the resource is available or not. So again, I'm going to use the same set of code that will check whether the course is available or not. So I'm using this code again. It will check whether the course is available or not. So if we are finding the particular codes with the available ID that is entered by the user, if the course is not available, it will just send the message the course you are looking for is not available. Now I'm going to delete the course, delete the course. So here delete the with the with the index. Now, first of all, let me find out the index of the course you want to delete. How we can find it? So, first of all, let me create a reference index, and you can find out the index by using courses dot index of method. Index of method is a JavaScript method that will give the index of, or we can say that the index of the array element. So I'm just writing the course here. So it will give me the index of the particular ID or the parameter given by the user. Okay, so I will get the index here. Now I will use this index to delete the course. So we use the courses dot splice method. So splice is again a JavaScript method that will use to delete the element from an array. So first argument will be the index number. So I pass the index, and the next element is the number of elements you want to delete from that particular index. So I want to delete only one element, and that is a quotes. Okay, so I'm writing one only. Okay, now it will this statement will delete the quotes. Okay, now after that we have to respond back to the user that the quotes you mentioned have been deleted. So I'm writing response dot send, and here I'm just mentioning quotes deleted successfully. Okay. Now let me check. So I'm taking to you to again the postman. Here these are the, okay, let me again refresh. So these are the available courses. These are the static courses that is already available. Now I'm interested to delete this the fourth course that is having ID 4, and the name of the course is node. So I'm taking here the delete method and specify the course 4. Okay, now the 4 is the ID, the name of the ID, the ID that is going to be deleted. So I'm just writing the send command. See, the code's deleted successfully. Let me check. Let me check to the get request with the ID 4. Now it will definitely give a message that the course you're looking for is not available. See, the course you are looking for is not available. It means the course have been deleted. Let me see the all the available courses. So I'm going to request for the get with all the available courses. See, here I'm getting the course number 1, 2, 3, and 5. So it means the on the course 4, the ID with the 4 course has been deleted. So here we have done this with the help of an API using the delete method. So finally, we have covered all the APIs. First API for handling all the displaying all the courses, and we have created an API. Let me see. So this is the first API. So all the available courses. If you want to see up individual course, you have to pass the get method with the name of the ID. So see the course number. So this is a get request. So we have also a post request for creating the new resource. Let me create the new one with the body, and the data will be express server. Okay, and now we can check the get method and see all the resources. Now see the express server have been. So this is the post method for creating new course. Now let me use the third API, that is a put, for updating the course. So I want to update this express server. So again, this is the ID number. See, let me change the course number 3. So 3 and send. So okay, I have to update the course. So let me change from third is from JavaScript to, say, I'm going to write it with new course. Okay, let me send, and the course updated successfully, and see all the courses. Now the new course. So this is a put request. Similarly, we can also delete this ID number 3 with the delete API, and we have just constructed. So see the course have been deleted. Now with the get method, the course you are looking for is deleted. So these are all the RESTful APIs that we have constructed for handling the user request. Okay, thank you.